Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today in my all natural appearance. I hope that you are all doing very fabulous. So today's video is going to be really fun. It's going to be an all drugstore makeup tutorial. I'm going to link everything below. Drugstore makeup has really stepped up its game the past few years, and you can find some very good quality makeup for a very reasonable price. So I already have my eyes primed. I cheated a little bit because I don't have a drugstore eye primer. I'm really sorry. I hope you don't feel like I'm cheating, but I have always just used my Urban Decay primer potion. That just works the best for me because my eyelids are so oily. It's just what I've stuck with because it just works so well for me. But really, if you any eye primer that you have will work just fine. But the rest of everything else is going to be drugstore, I promise. And again, I'll link everything below. So I'm going to prime my face with this. It's the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer. And it just looks like this. And this used to be like, I don't know, like $6. Now it's like $8 or $9, I think. And I just take some like this on my hand, just start kind of moving it around. Okay, that's all on there. It is pressed into the skin. The makeup palette that I'm going to use today is the Milani Gilded Flora. It's a beautiful palette. Beautiful, look at that. Don't you just love an aesthetically beautiful put together palette like this? I love looking at this palette because it's just so beautiful. The shimmers and the glitters in the mattes, they all just are so beautiful. Milani did a great job with this palette and the quality is actually really pretty good. I'm gonna also use all drugstore brushes as well. So the first brush that I'm going to use is from BH Cosmetics. It's just a fluffy brush. You can use any fluffy brush that you want to. I'm going to go in with this color right here. It's called Salt of the Earth. And this palette was like $15 at my local Walmart. I want to say that on Milani's website it's like $20, but it does come with a mirror, which is nice, so I'm going to look in the mirror. Let me use this this Salt of the Earth color as a transition. There is a lot of kick up with this palette. I don't mind that. You just have to tap your brush off, though. All right, next, I'm going to go into this color right here called Best Buds, and I'm going to start putting that into the crease. I'm going to highlight my brow bone. This palette does offer a nice brow bone highlight. Color called Fresh as Daisy right there. I'm just taking a Luxie 131 mini angled. I think I got it in an Ipsy bag like a long time ago. I'm going to take kind of a flat, fluffy brush like this. This is from AOA Studio from Shop Miss A. It's the Each 129. These brushes come in a holder like this, and it has a top on it, of course, and I want to say it's less than $11. You get the holder and you get 10 brushes, and they're actually really very good. I'm very impressed with. Right, so I think I'm going to darken up that outer V with this color right here. It's called Take Root. Because I have hooded eyes, I always have to take especially my outer V kind of color and the color that I usually darken up my crease, and I usually have to take it up a little bit above my crease just so you can see it. Otherwise it'll be all covered up by my hood. I'm going to take the first brush that we use from BH Cosmetics. I'm just going to kind of clean things up a little bit. Blending is so important. It can make or break your eye look. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this color right here called Botanist. It's a really pretty golden champagne color. And I'm going to take a flat brush like this from AOA Studio. Again, it was from the same pack. And I am going to use from BH Cosmetics. It is a, basically it's glitter glue. And I just put a little bit on my hand like this. Mix it with that. The glitter glue is really nice because it will keep your glitters and your shimmery colors from transferring. It'll just keep them in place right there. They're not gonna diffuse and go all the way up, or, you know, there's not gonna be too much fallout or anything. I add a little bit more. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna darken up these outer corners and kind of clean up where we put all that shimmer, make everything look really pretty and just kind of flow nicely. We don't want any harsh lines. So, despite my better judgment, I'm going to do liquid liner. And we're going to use the e.l.f. In Jet Black. And it has a tip like this, but the tip is pliable. It's not a felt tip. So I feel like it glides along my eye a little bit better, especially because I have wrinkles on my eyelids and sometimes it catches, and it also might catch on your glitter as well. So I find that this type of tip works well. Now, let's hope for the best. Okay. Now the challenge is trying to get this eye to match, and it never does. Ever. And you're about to find out. Liquid liner is on. I'm gonna let it dry a little bit. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move on to the foundation. So I have two foundations at our drugstore. Wet n Wild foundation. This is matte. Okay. It's in the color Buff Bisque. It's a little orange for my skin tone. So I'm gonna mix it with this from Essence. It's the Pretty Natural. This one's a little too light. So when I mix the two, it kind of comes out pretty decent. So we're going to use these two. Looks like this. It kind of gets goopy. See how goopy it is? I mean, I should go in there and I should wipe it off, but this is actually really decently priced. I want to say it's only $4.99 or $5.99. It might be a little bit higher now since inflation kind of has, you know, but when I bought it, it was about that price. And then this was very reasonable too. I want to say it was like less than $7, like $5 or $6. But again, I don't know. So take it with a grain of salt. I'll list the prices down below as well. But I remember that e.l.f. Putty Primer, when I bought it, was like $6. And now okay, when I'm by myself in my bathroom, that's how I mix the, and then I just go and I put it, I didn't want to waste any product, so I just do like that. I forgot that I was filming, but hey, whatever. So it's on my hand, and I'm going to just use any beauty blender and just start pressing in my face. Oh, well, you know, I'm just going to start pressing. I don't feel like this gives me the color payoff or the coverage that I need to cover up all these dark spots like this one does. Looks like that. Well, let's go for it. You guys know me now. Just keep pressing. Press, press, and press. Use my mirror. I feel like I can't build it up enough. All right, here we go. I'm pouring it. Okay, I am gonna get some foundation on my face. Put it directly on my beauty blender. Mix it. I don't generally do that because the beauty blender is gonna eat up some of your product. And that might be what's happening here, but that doesn't usually happen with my L'Oreal. All right, here we go. Maybe this time. It doesn't give me the coverage that the L'Oreal Infallible gives me. So I don't reach for it as much. But that's the fun of makeup, is discovering what you like, what you don't like, what works, what doesn't work. So have fun doing that. The concealer that I love is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Great stuff. Works wonderful. It's the 16-hour camo, because the matte, of course. I use the matte because it's just, I'm just so oily. And I live in Florida, so matte. So I'm going to use this e.l.f. Under Eye Setting Powder. It's just like this. This is fabulous stuff, and they don't sell it anymore. The last time I got it on Amazon, it was like $5 or $6. Now it's like $14. I'm like, are you kidding me? Let's do eyebrows. The bane of my existence. If there's like one thing that I could totally live without or not skip because I had the perfect feature of it, would be eyebrows, because they're just, my eyebrows are just so unruly that I'm gonna use this. It's called Secrets of Pharaoh. Let's kind of clean this up. Let's start bronzing up this face. This is from Milani. This is, it's in the shade Amber Nectar. As you can tell, on my skin tone, it works really well as like a bronzer. And it is super pressed in here. So I usually take a spoolie and I go like this. And I get a little bit of that color up. So you see how I got a little bit of it up? And I'm going to use a BH Cosmetics. Again, I like to tap off. So now let's go in with some blush. All right, Catrice Blush Box, Glowing Multicolor, Dolce Vita. I'm gonna use the same brush that I just bronzed with. And I like to tap just because of the texture of my skin, which you can really see that foundation does not hide the texture. So I'm not loving this look, to be honest, you guys, but we are gonna move forward with this, okay? We are gonna move forward because perhaps you have to go to work, or time is pressing for you and you don't have a lot of time. You just make it work. All right, let's finish up these eyes. I'm gonna curl. And I'm just gonna use the Essence Lash Princess. Great stuff, $4.99 in Ulta. Some Walmarts might carry it too. But what fabulous mascara. At least my winged liner looks good. So, you know, keep it positive. Okay, the eyes are looking good. At least that's looking nice. I'm actually gonna go in under the eye with that first color that we used, Salt of the Earth. And that's all I'm going to do with under the eye. I'm not even going to put any mascara on. The focus will be here. Instead of the entire eye, you just have the focus on the upper eye. And sometimes that's the kind of look you want. So that's what I'm going to go for today. All right, so for highlight, I'm going to use this Slim Glass brush. I don't know why, but this works fabulous for highlight for me. And I'm going to go into the Catrice More Than Glow highlighter. It's in the color Supreme Rose Bean. Supreme Rose Bean, you guys. No, Supreme Rose Beam. Wow, really pretty. Put a little up here. Do a Cupid's bow. Do a little right there. This is just not, it's not gonna get, this right here is like a natural dark spot that I have. It's just not in the right spot. It's just not in the right spot. I wish it was just up a little bit more. So I'm gonna line my lips with the LA Girl Shockwave nude liner. Nude. Not nude, nude. And I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible. It's a beautiful color. It's in 314. I think it's Spicy Blush. It's covered up. Yeah, Spicy Blush. Oh, so beautiful. Let's add a little gloss. This is the Rimmel Stay Glossy in the color Blushing Belgraves. Do we want to do false lashes? From Ardell. They're called Naked Lashes with Invisible Band. And I'm using the Super Strong Hold. It's by Kiss. It's I Envy by Kiss. Great stuff. It's black. It's kind of thick. I ordered mine from Amazon. And it's like $4 or $5. I'll link it. I messed up. I got the glue on my eye. Look what I did. All right, Q-tip. I came prepared. Dab. Because it's the glue, it's going to be very difficult to get it off. Why did I put false lashes on? Because they're beautiful, that's why. You guys, it's not coming off. Ooh. When you don't want to edit your mess ups, because I want you guys to see me in my full glory. You know what you do to fix this? Because Milani does not have a black color in here. You guys, I'm about to say something insane. Get your black liquid liner. It's what I got on hand at the moment. I'm going to put a little bit here. Blend it in hopes that it will look like you did it on purpose and not an accident. And with a little bit more of that take root. Man, you guys, I was doing so good. I was doing so good. I can't believe I messed this up. Okay. Crisis averted at the moment. Now we got to do the other eye. And I got to purposely mess up the other eye. I'm going to take a little bit of that liquid liner right there in that crease. And now just start darkening it up. Got to make it a little even. Just keep blending it. Keep going, keep blending. But do you see how that glitter glue is keeping my shimmer right there? I'm rubbing quite a bit. And I know you guys can see that, but that glitter glue, power of glitter glue. Okay, I think it's kind of evened up enough. Okay, now I got to go in the other eyelash. All right, I'm not going to get any on my fingers. I could use like a clamping tool, but for some reason I like to use my fingers. I don't know. I don't know why. I think it's just what I'm used to. Maybe the tool, the eyelash tool, or the false lash tool that I have, maybe it doesn't work that great. I don't know. All right, let it dry a little bit. All right, you guys, don't hold your breath. All right, let me check. I don't have any dark on my fingers. Last but not least, let's use some setting spray. I'm going to use the Morphe mini. This is a mini bottle. This is considered drugstore, right? It's at the drugstore area in Ulta. It's the mini continuous setting mist. And I really kind of like this. It took me a little while to get used to it. Because it is such a fine mist, I don't realize that I have as much as I do on my face. So here we go. There we go. And I like to take my beauty blender. I just like to lightly tap everything in. Okay, you guys, so I turned my lamp down. I want to show you the final look. So, man, you guys, it was going good, and then at the last couple minutes, that's okay though. That's what happens when you know, when you're dealing with makeup and products, sometimes they're just not going to go your way, but you know what, it's still fun. I still like how the look came out. I still feel proud of it. The makeup palette, the Milani makeup palette, fabulous. I do like these. I love the lipstick. I do not love the foundation though, but for drugstore foundation, being as cheap as it is, I feel like it's totally worth it. If you are in the market and or just starting out with makeup and you need very cheap products, Essence and this Wet n Wild is a perfect way to start out. Just trial and error, I have found that the L'Oreal Infallible works best for me. It does cover up a lot more of my dark spots and does give me a bit more coverage. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for sticking with me even with my mess ups. It happens. It's okay. I'm gonna put my face here. Maybe I'll put it over here. I'll put up some videos too. You guys can, if you want to see some other stuff that I've done, just click. You can click on my face. You can subscribe to my channel. Oh my gosh, I always forget to say subscribe to my channel. Rookie mistake. It's a rookie mistake. So thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.